Dunnville author Brad Smith continues to gather attention for his crime fiction, or country noir as he likes to call them. He was recently at Ravine Vineyard in St. David's for the last installment of the Niagara-on-the-Lake Public Library's Wine and Words reading series.
This series has been so successful. This is our third season, and every author has sold out. We've had Lyndon McIntyre, Peter Robinson, tonight is Brad Smith, Alison Pick, Richard B. Wright, and Wayne Johnson. So it's been a really successful season and really exciting, some great authors.
What do you hope to accomplish out of this when you plan series like this?
Just to have a good time and to bring some authors to town who might not have been here. Just a different flavor. We want to introduce the community to new authors, but as well as bring in people who everyone really wants to hear and learn more about.
What did it take you, Brad, to get you to commit to writing a series based on a single character?
My publisher asked me a couple times about doing that, but it was always kind of about, you know, cops or detectives or something, and I wasn't really interested in it. And I wrote Red Means Run, and one time I was having lunch with my publisher, and we were talking about this character, Virgil Caine, and I said I could write more than one book about Virgil Caine because I feel like I really know the guy. And to my surprise, he said, yeah, let's do that.
Smith has worked as a signalman, a carpenter, a school teacher, truck driver, many other professions, and he's also spent some time behind bars. It's clear there's a lot of Brad Smith in his protagonist, Virgil Caine.
I think he's a more idealistic version of me, a better version of me, but there are a lot of similarities. I mean, he's handy. I restore cars and I fix stuff, and he can do all that stuff too. If you're a small farmer, you have to do a lot of stuff on your own because you can't afford to hire people.
Virgil comes off as a bit of an old-fashioned, almost Luddite in some cases, with an aversion to technology. Is that similar with you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do have a cell phone, but people mock me for it because it should be in the Smithsonian. It's an old flip phone. And I do have a computer. I write on a computer. But yeah, I'm not real comfortable with, I don't get Twitter. I don't want to get Twitter. And I'm not real comfortable with all that other stuff.
Smith tries to write and edit 5 pages a day, a discipline he learned from crime fiction master Elmore Leonard, and is working on a much different story for his next book.
I'm working on a period piece. It takes place in 1910 Montana. It's about a guy who goes to jail 30 years earlier when Montana was the Wild West, and when he steps out of jail at the age of 60, he sees electric lights and automobiles and telephones and all that stuff, and he's just in a completely different world, and he's still this cranky old cowboy.
Brad had a chance to see his 5th novel, All Hat, come to life on the big screen in a film version shot right here in Niagara.
It was great. Interestingly enough, I was going to Fort Erie Racetrack before I ever knew I was going to be a writer, and ended up writing about it. So I found myself there in the fall of '06, and I'm hanging out with the jockeys and the trainers that I've been betting on, and sometimes cursing when they didn't bring my horses home. And I'm having lunch with them, and it was kind of like hanging out with your hockey heroes or something, you know.
Alcohol and books. Where did that connection come in?
I just think it's the culture down here. We've surrounded by so many great wineries, and they've been wonderful to partner with. They're very hospitable. The same with the restaurants and the breweries. You know, we want to showcase the local businesses, and it's something that people like to do. It's a way to relax, and you know, you have a glass of wine and you read, or you have a glass of beer and read, and yeah, it's been really successful.
The Niagara-on-the-Lake Public Library will announce its next season of Wine and Words this coming June. For The Source, I'm Mike Balsom.